I know February might be a little tiny month, but Game Pass actually has got some big things planned for it, and that goes for both standard members and Ultimate and PC Game Pass ones. So let's take a look at what's on the way, starting with standard, and then we'll get to the Ultimate drops later in the video. This video is brought to you by Fortnite OG Chapter 1 Season 2. Right then, let's start with a few great games that are coming to the standard tier on February 5th. So first up, we've got Bethesda's epic space traveling adventure, Starfield. And epic really is the word here, because the sheer scale of the game is just astonishing. Hundreds of different planets to visit, all filled with different animals, enemies, resources, and other secrets. There are different factions to align yourself with, and different characters to bond with, loads of spaceships to pilot and laser guns to fire, as well as loads of different ways to modify all of those futuristic gizmos to your heart's content. And for those of you who've already spent some time floating around in Starfield, why don't you tell people what you think the best way for newcomers to get started in this game is? In my opinion, the best faction is the Crimson Fleet, the best companion is Andreja, and the best looking gun is the Deadeye pistol, but I'm not going to spoil how you find that one, because I want some effort from you guys after all. But then we've got another Crab's Treasure, a third-person action Souls-like with a bit of a difference. Well, a couple of differences actually, because you're playing as a hermit crab for one thing, which isn't exactly standard, although it does open up some really cool gameplay mechanics because you collect different shells, each of which come with their own unique abilities, from thimbles and coconuts to tennis balls and baby shoes. There's just loads to try on and try out. But lastly, there's a game that will absolutely delight old school JRPG fans, Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. In fact, it's going to sit really nicely alongside games like Sea of Stars and Octopath Traveler, which are also available with Game Pass Standard. So now that that's all out of the way, let's talk about new games onto Ultimate and PC Game Pass. Our first new game is Madden NFL 25, which is going to be charging in on February 6th, just in time for the Super Bowl. Who do you think is going to win, by the way? My money's on the Eagles. So EA's latest sports sim offers the most authentic version of the game yet, with a dynamic new physics-informed tackle system to help you take down your opponents, as well as re-engineered mechanics for running and diving with the ball. Gotta be honest though, I am slightly more excited about the tackling part, but when you're done rearranging your opponent's spinal column, you can then take over your favorite team, build your very own franchise, or just start your own career as a superstar. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, but two heads are better than one, even if they both have crowns. Look, Kingdom 2 Crowns is coming to Game Pass Ultimate on February 13th, okay? I don't have a joke for this one, sorry. This 2D strategy game has you playing as a monarch who's trying to build up their kingdom while defending it from a nasty race of monsters known as the Greed. You got to improve your defenses to deal with nightly raids, but then get ready to go on the offense and fight the Greed where they live. It's quite a lot of work. I mean, this monarch business really isn't all it's made out to be. But fortunately, you can just tag in a friend to help you out in local or online co-op. But finally, it's the one that you've all been waiting for, because Avowed, this guy, comes straight to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass on February 18th. Can't wait for that. Obsidian's new action RPG is going to task players with investigating a strange illness that has spread across a place called the Living Lands. Ideally before that name starts to seem like a bit of a cruel joke. Like all good RPGs though, Avowed is all about choice. Do you want to play in first or third person? Who do you want to befriend, and who do you want to fight? And how do you want to fight? Will you sling spells from afar, go barreling in with a great big axe, or combine the two in your own sort of deadly style? But most importantly, what role will you choose to play in this strange, spectacular realm? How Avowed plays out will depend entirely on how you answer these questions, although I think it's safe to say that this is a bit of a no wrong answers situation, and you're just in for one hell of an adventure, whatever you choose. We're currently playing Avowed right now with a little early preview, so if you have any questions about the game, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer as many as I can once we're allowed to. But that all makes for a pretty great start to February, but you know what, I'm sure there's even more on the way, so make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss it. Bye! This video is brought to you by Fortnite OG Chapter 1 Season 2. Your favourite POIs from classic Chapter 1 Season 2 are back. We're talking Haunted Hills, Snobby Shores, Junk Junction, and Tilted Towers. And hey, while you're there on a nostalgia trip, more OG items will become available over the course of the season, like the Small Shield Potion, Boogie Bomb, Chug Chug, Minigun, and more. Plus, there's a new OG Pass with rewards inspired by Sparkle Specialist and Black Knight, as well as Cuddle Team Leader.
I'm so exhausted, I needed the energy, needed to pick me up. I'm in your movie, but this is my cinema.